What's good, YouTube? It's Coffee back at it, man. And what a trip this is, as Jamarcus Russell, a blast from the past, just a epic story of failure. Like, I'm not even trying to be extra negative and ish on the man, but it was just all bad in so many ways. You know what I mean? Like, I was just telling someone the story, like a non-football fan, the other day through conversation. Something we were talking about brought us into, the whole Jamarcus Russell holding out and signing his rookie deal after being the number one pick with his ski mask strapped up. A lot of people look at it like that, like he straight up beat the Raiders organization in the head for all that money. You know what I mean? Getting fat, showing up overweight, not working out, sipping all that lean, getting addicted to the lean, just flat out not giving a fuck, not putting in any effort after he got there. I mean, you can look at it how you want to look at it. As always, I'm intrigued to hear everyone's take. Everyone jump in the comments. Let's talk about it all, But this is just like old news, like Jamarcus Russell. He's kind of forgotten in a sense. Will always be remembered for how bad it really was. The fake tapes was what really took the cake for me, man, when they sent him home with them blank tapes for him to study up on and all that. And when he came back, they were like, hey, what did you think about it? What was your take on whatever it was, blitz protection or I don't know, and the man sat there and acted like he did analyze the tapes. And they were like, oh man, like it's just not going to stop with this dude. They set him up or whatever, like, did this guy, will he really do this? Will he really continue to put in no effort? And it was what it was, man. That ish was just crazy. But with all that being said, like I said, I was just telling someone about this, and then to hit the news all these years later, Jamarcus Russell being accused of stealing money again. But this time not from NFL franchises. He's long up out of football from a high school football team, right? That I believe is a high school he went to. And he had some kind of volunteer coaching job, and some local dude around the way who owned a business and was a big LSU fan. Jamarcus Russell, I guess, got rather chummy with the guy and approached him about, hey, like the high school team could use some new weights and, gym, stuff to upgrade the facilities, like be a booster for this local program. You know what I mean? You're a LSU fan. Fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut a check. And he did. It worked. And it was like $74,000. And Jamarcus Russell took it to the bank and was able to withdraw, I think, $55,000 and pocketed. And apparently this business owner who Jamarcus Russell allegedly finessed saw something wasn't right or felt something wasn't right in order for the check, like the payment on the check, to be stopped, like dead, because I guess Russell didn't give him a receipt for the donation. And even with him peeping game and doing that, I guess through an error or a mistake, he was able to still get them funds and beat him in the head, man. And with all this being said, I got to point out this is only a lawsuit, civil process. And Russell has filed a countersuit or whatever, but he lucked out, man, because hearing this all, it sounds like that could definitely be a criminal case, like where he could have faced time over this, but it didn't go that way. Lucky for him. As this happened back in 2022, this isn't something that just happened. It's just playing out in court, the lawsuit and everything now. But man, I'm no legal expert or legal analyst, but I'm surprised that criminal charges weren't pursued, or maybe they were, and the police just said, we don't really have a case here because whatever, it's a donation, and there wasn't a clear-cut plan or, disbursement of the funds. I don't know. But Jamarcus Russell's very lucky, if you ask me. But isn't that just such a trip, man, after a guy that is just known for basically being, once again, a failure? Like, it's not like the dude didn't bust his ass throughout his life working hard to be a good quarterback and in college and everything. But when it came time for the pros, he just wanted that check, and that was about it. I mean, there's been some other players who it just seemed like they lost the love or passion for the game of football or other pro sports after getting to the pros. But with Jamarcus Russell, it's just been on an all nother level, as it was highly publicized, and he had held out and signed such a big ass deal. And more or less, all the other football fans out there comment and let me know if you would agree with this. But when it came time for the CBA, collective bargaining agreements and all that, and they changed the cap on rookie players when they got drafted, if you're in this round, that round, whatever, that there's guidelines in maximum and minimums of what they can sign for on that rookie deal. A lot of people, like I said, again, let me know if you agree with that Jamarcus Russell, in a sense, is kind of the dude that made that happen, why that changed. You know what I'm saying? His legacy is just all bad. And then you hear something like this, him stealing money from a high school football team. It's like, what the fuck, man? All these years away from football and the way things went. I mean, we don't know everything that's went on in this man's life, but it doesn't seem he's turned things around and got it together and decided to, get back up and get back in the ring of life and get that fight back within him. It sounds like he's on the same BS. It's just like a flucked up story that the sequel all these years later is even more flucked up, foul, tragic, and just so many other bad things that you can reference it as. But comment and let me know your thoughts about all that. But the other side to the coin here that's being discussed about this all is Brett Favre, right? We know Brett Favre did some serious BS with welfare money in a state that's known, across the nation to be, I believe, the poorest state. That's what all the stuff analytically I seen was hitting when, the whole Brett Favre stuff was getting media coverage, that, he used money to build a volleyball court or stadium or whatever the fuck it's called with welfare money that was supposed to help the people and, social programs and whatnot. It's just some real dirty foul-ish that he did. And it was almost like it was being swept under the rug. Favre got up out of facing criminal charges and all that. And you know what I'm saying? There's some real dirtbag-ish that he did, but there was just a lot of discussions, debates, and narratives going on back then. They're like, hey, why isn't this getting blasted all over the media? What Brett Favre did? Why, put this man on blast? And I believe the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, was involved. Politicians, I think the governor was involved. It was just some real corrupt, grimy-ish that was going on. And, in a way, it's kind of like the media did spare Brett Favre. It did get some coverage, but not the way that you think that it would have. And, at the end of the day, he's still free. He didn't face any criminal charges neither, I don't believe. I know he was investigated and all that, but it just seemed like Brett Favre, being a good old boy from down south, had his other fellow Southern good old boy friends, in high places, were able to help him rob and finesse the people out of the state out of money that was supposed to help and build a damn volleyball court or stadium or whatever. And, the whole narrative and discussion going on now is when you see people talking about this Jamarcus Russell situation, well, like, what about Brett Favre? Or, who's worse? Who's more flucked up what they did? And at the end of the day, I want to know what everyone thinks about that as well. Tap in and comment. You see some people saying, well, it's not the same thing, right? Jamarcus Russell took a good portion, 55 out of the 74,000 of this check that was supposed to help a high school football team, and pocketed it or whatever. And they're pissed too. I forgot to add that he's obviously been relieved of his volunteer coaching duties, but he's banned from stepping foot on school grounds. But he did some dirtbag-ish. And, but, some people are saying like what Brett Favre did is different. It's both foul, dirtbag, scumbag type of thievery if you just want to keep it real, But some people are pointing out saying, no, Will Favre diverted funds that were supposed to go here, and he used it for something else. I mean, I guess semantics and legal definition and all that. And speaking of finances, it's different. But in both situations, it is stealing, right? Russell, it seems, pocketed the money. Favre built some old bull-ish with the money that was supposed to help out the people. So, it's like it's foul and fucked up on both ends is the way that I'm looking at it. But I want to know how everyone out there, all y'all in the comments, think about it and look at it as well. So stay tuned for updates. Sub up to the channel. This is Coffee, where we talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. I thank y'all for tuning in. I catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Peace and God bless. And hey, stay focused. Don't let no one scam you. That's something that can be learned, as there's always something to learn from everything that goes on, whether it's personal life experiences or something in the news or whatever, right? It's like, hey, just because someone is someone who seems like they would have money, or they have some celebrity status or something like that, or however you want to look at it, like they can rob your ass too. And like rhyme balls come from all financial backgrounds and different backgrounds in life. It don't matter, man. Anyone can be foul. You feel me? That's just what it is. And stay focused and don't get scammed or got in your life, right? Hell, I ain't a rich man. I can't afford to get robbed. But even if you got money, that's your money. If you want to donate it, donate it. Right? That's another thing we got to look at. I've heard of other people that I know that, donate money to different causes, annually every year and whatnot, stopped donating money to certain causes that they were supporting, because when they looked into it, like what exactly happened with the money, like, hey, this $1,000 I'm giving you as a donation or whatever, like how exactly is it used? Where does it go? Give me the breakdown. And, from what they were able to find out, they weren't feeling it, That's another thing to look at with this story is donating money. Don't just blindly donate, and, just don't trust anybody really, unless they give you a reason to trust them, man. So that's it. It's Coffee. I'm about your guys. Peace.